Nagbabalik po ang kandidato at para sa ating average questions, pag-usapan po natin yung platapormang inihahain ng ating kandidatong si Joseph Estrada. At bilang aplikante po sa pagkapangulo, unang tanong namin paano mo ibebenta yung plataporma mo sa tao?
Sinasabi ko sa kanila kung anong gagawin ko. At ako nasubukan na nila at yun pa rin ang gagawin ko. Ang aking plataforma, food security, because hungry stomach knows no law. Peace and order, and anti-graft and corruption.
Opo, isayin natin yan. 10 issue po bibigay namin. Konkreto lang po ang sagot natin, edukasyon.
Among all presidents, this is documented and recorded, na among all the presidents, yung post-Marcos presidents, ako ang nakapagbigay ng the biggest real per capita budget. You know, compared to all administration, I get the biggest budget for social services and the biggest budget on health.
Healthcare po.
Yeah, kasama nga. So, budget sa healthcare.
Ano pang nakita niyo problema sa kalusugan natin? Medyo...
maraming mga ghost delivery, mga gamot. Ganon. Kakaiba-iba mga hindi nagkakasundo-sundo yung mga opisyal doon sa Department of Health. Hindi kamukha ng panahon ko, napaka-efficient si Secretary Romualdez. Na talagang everything is in order, lahat.
Ngayon, sir, paano niyo po kaya kukumbinsihin ng botante? Kasi pangunahing kawing yung anti-corruption platform ninyo. Sabi po nila, kayo po nakasuhan ng kasong plunder at perjury. Paano po natin kukumbinsihin na tunay itong anti-corruption campaign?
Were they able to prove that I stole a single cent in the government coffers? Wala sila nakita. So, kahit na impeachment, binild up ng media na I'm hiding something there sa second envelope. Nung nag-walk out, tapos na, binuksan ni Senator Nene Pimentel in front of the international media and the domestic media, lahat. Pagbukas ng envelope na gano'n, nakapirma pa yung Executive Vice President ng bangko. It's owned by Jaime de Chavez. Binilatan ba ng media yan? Tinakpan na. You see? That's what I mean. Even the chairman of the Constitutional Commission, the late Justice Celia Muñoz Palma, said, when the impeachment trial of President Joseph Estrada was unceremoniously disrupted and discontinued, and the issues was brought to the Parliament of the State, the rule of law was set aside, and the rule of force prevailed.
Reproductive health.
Well, in my experience, nakikita natin na one of our major problems is our population growth. During my time, 2.8 ang population growth natin. That translates to 1,700,000 babies being born every year.
So ano solution po doon?
Well, the only solution that I could see is that we should give more freedom to women to choose or to plan that for the family that they can afford.
Hindi naman kayo sinuportahan ng simbahan pero nanalo pa rin kayo sa eleksyon. Mayroon bang impluwensya talaga ang simbahan sa eleksyon sa tingin niyo?
Kahit na paano, kung close fight siguro, mayroon impluwensya. Pero sa akin, even 1 week before election, sabi, anybody but ERAP, CBCP, ERAP victory, disastrous so RP.
Ano naging reaction niyo pag sinasabi ng simbahan niyo?
Well, I went direct to the people. Sinabi ko, lahat. I'm very transparent to the people. At alam ng tao yun, I don't hide anything from our people. Lahat ng klase.
But have you ever tried to win over the church?
Well, you don't know, I belong to a very religious family. At ang bahay namin is one house away from our house. And ako nagsakristan pa nung araw. Under Bishop Casas, under Bishop Antiporda. At yung sakristan nung araw, may uniforme, red and white. At saka Latin pa, nakataligod pa kami sa tao kung magmisa. At Deum que latificat juventutem meam. Kailangan mga sakristan na magaling sa Latin. Nagsakristan ako. At, well, I want to tell you this, no? Maraming hindi nakakaalam. Ang witness lang dito si FPJ dahil gumagawa kang pelikula. because San Juan was one of the notorious town in Metro Manila. Pinipilit ako ng parish priest namin with the name of Monsignor Alvarez. Ang deputy parish priest niya si Bishop Gabby Reyes of Antipolo. He knows this. That it was the parish priest, Monsignor Alvarez, who convinced me to run for mayor. At first, I was already a superstar. Ang makikitain ko. 5 times pumunta sa akin, on the 6th time, nakonvince na ako. So it was the church who made me enter politics. And it was also the church. So the irony of it, it was also the church to Cardinal Sin who removed me.
Okay.
Charter change.
Well, of course, there are provisions that must be changed sa ating constitution. Like, for example, when I first assumed office as president, I created a committee to study how we can change the economic provision. Because, we are in need of to generate jobs. Because we must allow foreigners to own land here, except agricultural land.
Anong may iba sa pangalawang administrasyong Estrada? Kung sakaling manalo kayo, anong may iba?
So, ang may iba doon, hindi nila kaya pababay na. For sure.
Bakit? Anong gagawin nyo na iba?
Secret. Talaga hindi nila ako mapapababa.
Bakit po ba kayo napababa noon sa tingin nyo? Yung ganun naman natin.
Well, ako noon nakita ko the blood will flow. Dadanak ang dugo. Maraming mamatay. So, pilitan ako mo ba? Hindi dahil sa natakot ako. Para sa akin, importante ang bawat buhay. But, wala pang isang buwan. Inutusan ng Malacanang si Secretary Nani Perez. May testigo lahat dito. And offered me twice to leave the country. I can leave to the country of my choice. I can bring anything I want to. No charges will be filed against me on the condition that I resign as President of the Republic of the Philippines in writing.
That's right.
Twice I was offered, twice I rejected it. First, sabi ko kay Nani Perez, wala akong kasalanan. Pangalawa, hindi ko maaaring iwan yung milyong-milyong Pilipino na nagtiwala at bumoto sa akin. Kahit na ano gawin nyo, hindi ako alis. Kahit na ikulong nyo ako, hindi ako alis. Kinulong ako eh.
So, noong pong binigyan kayo ng executive pardon ni Pangulong Arroyo, ano po ba yung usapan doon? Kasi pagkatapos po ito nung korte, nung Saldigan Bayan ruling, tapos po biglang merong pardon na, di ba po kasama doon yung kasunduan na hindi na kayo tatakbong muli?
Wala akong kausap na gano'n, wala akong kasunduan na gano'n.
Okay.
At ako hindi humingi sa kanya ng pardon. Pinasusulat pa nga ako.
Okay.
Ayaw ko. Kung gano'n, I'd rather rot in jail. Mabulok na ako rito, hindi ako humingi ng pardon sa kanya. Siguro, nakonsensya siya, there's a miscarriage of justice. Kaya pinardon na ako. Walang usapan because it says in the dispositive portion of the pardon, restoring all civil and political rights.
Sa aming pagbabalik, mga kontrobersya at personal na isyong sasagutin po ng ating kandidatong si Joseph Estrada.